live.
Good morning and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 206. I'm your host, Pete Braley, here in Virginia Beach, along with my co-host, executive producer, show creator, and all-around great guy, holding down the stew, is my son, Matt.
You know it. I don't know if anybody's enjoyed the close-up. I finally got a close-up here.
You got a
I've been deserving this for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Okay, no comment from Pete.
No, I'm glad you were able to work that out. That's very nice. I mean, I can't believe how close I am to the camera. I'm not usually this close.
Yeah, you're a little too close. Why don't you back up there, buddy?
Back up. Yeah. So, yes, we're coming to Trish and I are down here hanging out with Liam and Sarah and Steven, and we had dinner with Doug and Marla and Roscoe and all the puppies yesterday. It was we did find out that when Roscoe has a stick, studio dog Charlie should not go near him.
Oh.
Very possessive of his sticks.
They had a little tussle, huh?
Mm-hmm. Thank you for choosing us today. Our goal is to start your day off on a positive note. So if you like what we do, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any future shows. We are live on YouTube weekday mornings at 8 o'clock, and you can also find us wherever you go for your favorite podcasts. Coming up today, it's day 2 for the Stumpah, so we do have a clue for you. Do you love to read? I do. Do you wish you could get paid for it? Well, now there is a way. There's a catch, though. We'll get to that. When does adulting really start? Interesting story. And parents should really learn to lock their phones. What do you call it? A screen lock on your phone so that you don't leave it unattended and get some surprises. That story and more coming up. But, good morning. Welcome to Thursday. Good day yesterday. I was telling Matt, kind of tired this morning because lots of fresh air and sunshine yesterday. Went out and played 9 holes with Steven and Doug. And I had my typical kind of golf game.
What's that? Do you want to explain it for everybody?
Well, that's where you have just enough, 1 or 2 good shots that make you want to come back again, I mean, it wasn't a great, I think I shot we only played 9 because that's about all that, I don't think I played more than 9 holes, since the stroke, obviously, but in a long time. So.
Most of the time, I have no desire to play more than 9 holes, to be honest.
Do you really?
18 is exhausting. And if you're having a bad day, you are on the verge of breaking every single club by the time you get to hole 18.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true. So we played 9 yesterday, and I think I shot a 58. So, I mean, go ahead. That's way up there. And if you double it, assuming you played 18, that's what? I shot a 116?
Yeah.
Ouch.
I mean,
Ouch.
You're not a professional golfer. To me, a 58 sounded great.
Did lose 2 golf balls yesterday, but it was frustrating because the grass in the rough, if you didn't keep it on the fairway, the grass in the rough was kind of high, and it was also full of clover. Isn't that the white little flowers?
No, clovers are like the Lucky Charms.
Well, you were looking for a white ball in all this white stuff. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I lost 2 balls that were probably I knew where they went, but we just could not find them.
It just kills me every time you're like, I lost 2 balls. It was a rough day. I've had days where I've lost like 8 golf balls. And this guy's like, and 2 golf balls. I'm never going to get them back. I think about him daily.
I think about him every. No, but my putting game yesterday but I would admit, I can't count the number of holes. Well, maybe I can. Maybe it was like 5. Where I missed the cup by like that much.
Yep.
Like I read the green right, I had the speed right, but I was just that far off.
But if it makes you feel any better, that happens to professional golfers all the time.
That's true.
That's true. But also, you said your putting game, what? Did I miss it? What? Your putting game was what?
My putting game was on.
Oh, okay.
I gave a
I guess I was performing as a podcast listener because I wasn't looking at your face at the time. So I heard my putting game was. I was waiting for it.
That's what I said. Yeah. You're right though. I always forget that.
Come on, radio guy.
That's it. Got to paint the picture, right?
Yeah.
Right. Welcome to Thursday, May 19th. Only a couple of days today. Two things on the National Days list. Today is National Devil's Food Cake Day. It differs from a regular chocolate cake by its darker color, and it tends to be more, creepy word alert here, it tends to be more moist and airy.
Okay.
So that's a devil's food cake. And today is also May Ray Day. May Ray Day. It celebrates the rays of sunshine that you get in May.
Oh.
Not people. I mean, I suppose people named Ray could celebrate the day, claim it as your own.
Shout out to all the Rays out there.
Yeah. But it's a good day to get out in the sunshine and catch some rays. On the date book today, on this day in 1884, Ringling Brothers Circus premiered.
Do you want to do a backflip for us?
Not on a good day.
Okay.
No,
all right.
No. I did read last night that Ringling Brothers is launching a new show next year, I think in the fall of 2023. They're not using the word circus anymore. It's going to be evidently a new kind of entertainment show, and no animals involved. Because remember, the circus took a big hit with, elephant abuse stories? On this day in 1935, the NFL adopted an annual college draft to begin in 1936. ESPN covered it in 1937. No. On this day in 1960, Alan Freed and 8 other DJs were accused of taking radio payola.
Ooh.
And that was a big thing in radio. I mean, I think we had to sign some document every year or every couple of years stating that we would not accept payola, because it was a big thing in the industry.
So explain that for people that don't know what it is.
That's when an artist or a record company somehow pays the DJ to play the record. And it could be cash, it could be, we'll give you a vacation to Hawaii if you add this song.
Do you think it goes on behind the scenes with some bigger stations, some bigger labels?
I would think they found a way to skirt the issue.
Yeah. Yeah, without taking direct payments. So without going against their contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. On this day in 1964, U.S. diplomats found at least 40 secret microphones in the Moscow embassy.
Ooh.
On this day in 1977, the movie Smokey and the Bandit, starring Burt Reynolds, Sally Field, and Jackie Gleason, premiered in New York City. That's one you should watch.
I have seen it. So take that, Peter. I've already seen it.
Oh, you have seen it?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. On this day in 1979, me, In the Navy by the Village People hits number 3.
Well, let's hear it.
In the Navy, you can sail the 7 seas. In the Navy, you can put your mind at ease.
All right. Thank you.
Was it Doug's wedding that we had Scott, the DJ, play that, and all the guys were out there
both.
doing that?
I think it was Sarah and Doug's.
Yeah, because they had their Navy friends there.
Yeah.
On this day in 1994, the final episode of L.A. Law was on after an 8-year run. Here's one for Star Wars fans. On this day in 1999, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, starring Ewan McGregor, Natalie Portman, and Liam Neeson, is released in cinemas.
Yeah, we were talking about the Episode 2 was on this day, on Monday. Justin and I were saying how much we love the prequels, but how much hate they get.
From the fans of the original?
From the
3?
the older generations. Yeah, some would say.
On this day in 2007, Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, starring Johnny Depp, Keira Knightley, and Orlando Bloom, premiered. I read something this morning, and maybe I'll look into it more tomorrow, but Americans are spending more time and seem to be more interested in the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial than they are about the war and about abortion. It's like everybody's zoned. Even yesterday, Sarah was like, "What happened today? I haven't heard." I don't know.
I haven't heard. Okay, Sarah. a little pun there. I think it's because it's everywhere that people are. It's on YouTube. It's on TikTok live streams. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to go seek it out on CNN or Fox. Right. It's right there. So I think people are just
everywhere.
Plus, it's Johnny Depp, so people are just sucked into it. But
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how this is going to end up, because didn't you guys have a story Monday about how, the public perception is one thing, but this is a jury trial. It's going to go totally the other way, maybe.
Yeah, and Justin and I were talking about how it's literally just based on how well the lawyers can tiptoe around the rules. I mean, it really. I mean, as we know, it doesn't always have to do with the truth, unfortunately. It's all about the hearsay.
Couple of other things on this day in 2009, the TV show Glee, starring Jane Lynch, Michael Morrison, and Leah Michele, Leah Michele was it premiered on Fox. I remember that. It was huge. People had Glee viewing parties, right?
Yeah, we watched it for a while, but we kind of fell off, I don't know, a couple seasons in.
We tend to do that. And it was on this day in 2018, we say happy anniversary today, as Meghan Markle married Prince Harry at a ceremony in Windsor Castle on this day in 2018. All right, celebrity birthdays today. Pete Townsend of The Who is 77. Bill Laimbeer, former basketball bad boy, is 65. And speaking of the NBA, Kevin Garnett of the Celtics, 46 today. All right, so who's with us in the chats?
Let's see here. Abby's talking about the Stumpah. She said, I've been thinking about the Stumpah all night and morning and have zero confident guesses.
Oh.
All right, so if she throws like a couple guesses in here that are way off and then nails the correct answer, she's cheating. No, I'm kidding. Let's see. Abby did want to know, did you go in the sand pit thing when you were golfing?
No, Doug doesn't allow me to go in. By the way, I don't think, no, I never put a shot in the sand trap.
There we go. So it doesn't even matter that Doug wouldn't let you in there.
Well, there was
this guy's just too good.
There were 2 times where my ball was like on. There was a hill. I was like just off the green, and it was kind of a hill. So Doug was like, "Let me move this for you." So he would put it on flat ground. But
yeah, I mean,
no sand traps.
We've all been there where we're like, we kick the ball and we're like, found it.
I had one that went in the woods. And it was, it was still playable, but it was behind a tree. Mm-hmm. So Doug said, "Why don't you use the foot club on that one?" I was like, "The foot club?"
The foot club.
That's right. Give it a little kick.
You turn to a soccer player real quick.
Yes, it is.
Let's see. Gary said, had a cashier yesterday compliment me on my "Make It a Great Day" T-shirt. She told me that's a great saying. That's what I'm talking about. I like it. Right.
I see that Gail took a picture. She was wearing hers at Sandbridge, which is a beach area down here in Virginia Beach.
Yeah, Gail did say she's heading home today. So
okay.
That's always a great feeling, right? When you've been traveling a lot, heading home. Sleeping in your own bed. There's nothing like sleeping in your own bed.
This is true.
And Diane says, a dreary day weather-wise here in Fairhaven. It is indeed. I woke up. It must have rained last night. But I'm going to make a lasagna to make the house cozy and make it a great day. If you want to make it cozy, I would recommend something besides lasagna, but that's just me. That's just my personal opinion.
Some of us love lasagna, okay?
Whatever. To each their own, I guess.
Okay.
And Mia did say "In the Navy" was one of my favorite songs to dance to in Dance Dance Revolution. They had it in Dance Dance Revolution, huh? I don't know. Are those games popular anymore? Do we got any like next gen dance games coming out? I haven't seen any.
I don't know.
Is Just Dance still kicking around?
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
You do? Yeah.
You guys weren't really into that, were you?
We're not much of dancers here in the Braley family. We try our best. That's it.
Guitar Hero was big.
Yeah, we had the Aerosmith edition. That was pretty epic. Yes. I'm not going to lie. Kat was like the biggest Guitar Hero fan, actually. Mm-hmm. And Abby said, "Matthew, I don't cheat." Abby, here's the thing. You should take it as a compliment. Why do people think that Tom Brady cheats all the time? Because he's so good.
He's so successful.
There you go, Abby. If anything, I'm complimenting you. And Mia said, "I'm very confident in my Stumpah answer. I was afraid I would forget it, so I set Alexa to remind me of my answer." Oh, no, I just said everybody's. I try not to say the A word, that specific A word, but I messed up. I apologize to everyone that has one. But anyways, back to you.
Okay. In the news on this Thursday morning, Joe Buck will start his ESPN career by attempting to do for golf what the Mannings have done for Monday Night Football. The PGA Championship with Joe Buck and Michael Collins will air on ESPN2 and ESPN Plus today through Sunday as a companion to ESPN's regular coverage of golf's second major. Like the Manning cast, Buck will be joined by special guests to talk about the tournament, including his Monday Night Football partner Troy Aikman, Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills, Charles Barkley. Why does Charles Barkley show up in comments
everywhere?
On sports
everywhere.
Fred Couples will join him, actor John Hamm, and ESPN's Doris Burke. As an added bonus, Peyton and Eli Manning will also appear on the broadcast.
Do you think it's kind of an insult to the like broadcasters on the original channel? Like they're trying to comment the game, and then they got Joe Buck on a different channel that has like a freaking Oprah show going on.
That's true.
I wonder if they feel that way, or I mean. Like the Peyton Manning thing, I never watched the Peyton Manning thing because I just wanted to watch the football
game.
Yeah, I don't really care if Aaron Rodgers comes on to talk about his, I don't even know, his political views.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
ABC says they will host the 95th Annual Academy Awards next March, and they are thinking of having Chris Rock be the host of the whole show. The president of ABC will consider riding the Will Smith controversy for some ratings. Viewership rose for the Oscars this year versus the 2021 ceremony, and ABC President Craig Erwich said on Tuesday, quote, "It was really a successful year for the show. Obviously, there was a lot of controversy, but I was really happy with that program."
That's the reason it was very successful. How do you think Chris Rock feels about that, though? He's only being asked because he got slapped in the face.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Like he's not. He is really funny. But that's true. He's probably going to get paid a pretty penny.
Well, he's already said that he's not going to talk about the incident until he's paid.
Yeah, that's true.
Either a paid interview or a book.
Yep.
So, I don't know. Harrison Ford is heading to television. The actor, along with Helen Mirren, will star in 1932, which is a prequel series to Yellowstone. In a release, Paramount Plus said 1932, which is the show's working title, is an original story introducing a new generation of the Dutton family. It's set to explore the early 20th century when pandemics, historic droughts, the end of Prohibition, and the Great Depression all plagued the Mountain West, where the Duttons call home. This will be Harrison's first scripted TV appearance since a cameo in a 1983 episode of the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. This will also be his first regular TV series role.
Wow.
I mean, he's made blockbuster movies.
Yeah.
1932 will premiere in December on Paramount Plus.
I will say the Yellowstone creators have it made. I mean, they could just make a new TV show with a different year for as long as they want, and they'll just get like a couple blockbuster actors, and there you go. They're set.
There you go. The U.S. women's and men's soccer team have reached an agreement with the U.S. Soccer Federation to share equal pay. The landmark agreement comes after years of legal and public pressure on the U.S. Federation to pay women the same as men and ends the pay disparity between the teams. The women's team won the last two World Cup championships, but they were still paid less than the men's team, which didn't even qualify for the World Cup. Under the new agreement, all World Cup money earned by either team will be equally shared by all men and women players.
There we go.
It's about time.
Yeah, because they're far more successful.
Mm-hmm. So here's the reading story. Do you love to read? Do you wish you could get paid for it? Well, some good news here. There's a company called Words Rated. That's one word, Words Rated. They will pay you $200 for every novel you read. But there is a catch. Readers are asked to log details, such as the number of male and female characters, the number of sentences given to each, and locations and animals that are featured in the book. Which, I kind of thought about it. That would be a pain.
That sounds terrible. That sounds awful. I don't know who would want to do that.
You'd have to sit there, and I don't know about you, but I like to read in bed or read in a comfortable chair. You'd have to sit there with a notepad, right? Or at least your phone and enter all this stuff as the number of sentences given to each man and woman.
Yeah, that's insane. And Mia makes a good point. That's too much for $200. And also it takes the enjoyment out of reading. Yeah, let's do the math real quick. $200. I mean, say you got like 20 chapters in the book. I think the Prisoner of Azkaban I'm reading right now is 22. We'll say 20 chapters in the book. We're talking $10 a chapter. I would only be able to do like, I don't know, maybe 2 chapters a day, 2-3 chapters. I mean, that's like intense work that you got to do.
I know.
That's not worth it. No.
And finally in the news this morning, walking in high heels is challenging enough. Well, they tell me, not that I really know. But there is one high schooler in Vermont that has no problem with it, even while walking a tightrope. I don't know if Abby's seen this story. It comes from the TV station in Burlington up there, WCAX. High school senior Ariana Wonderly unofficially broke the Guinness World Record on Monday by walking nearly 640 feet on a tightrope while wearing 4-inch heels. Ariana pulled off the amazing feat, no pun intended, in the school's gymnasium as her classmates cheered her on. The previous record for a high-heeled tightrope walk was 49.2 feet, but she broke it by walking 640 feet. That was set back in 2014, the old record. Video of the stunt was sent to Guinness to be officially recognized as the record.
I just
Thinking about...
Sorry, no, go ahead.
I was going to say that I don't think she had the high heel like on the tightrope, right? I mean, it probably... Wouldn't that help you stay on?
I don't know. I'd have to see a picture.
Okay.
I'm just thinking. I don't even care if you're barefoot or wearing whatever shoes you want. I can't walk to the fridge without stubbing my toe. And these people are doing this. Like, do you ever think about that? I tripped over my bed a couple weeks ago.
That's
You know
true,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
And like these people are doing this. I don't know. I saw a TikTok of a guy that's like tight roping across the Grand Canyon, and I'm like,
Yes.
what are you doing? What?
Well,
Why? Yeah. I don't know.
All right, let's get to the Stumpah as we have day 2 here. Now, did you look at my clues? Because I'm not sure
did.
if I wrote down 2. Do I have 2 clues in this? Should I just do one sentence?
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough one because they're kind of joined together. I say we'll do the first sentence.
Okay.
We'll see if it helps. If not, maybe we'll have a 2-clue day.
Ooh. All right.
Because they kind of go together.
Our Stumpah once again today. Every one of these in the world is red, green, blue, or black. What are they? Every one of these in the world is red, green, blue, or black. Our hint today is not everyone has one of these. So it's not something that we all have.
But everyone in the world that exists is red, green, blue, or black. Yeah.
Right.
So there it is.
All right,
There's your thing. Yeah,
All right.
Stumpah.
Let us know your guess in the live chat. And by the way, if you're new to the show, please join us in the live chat. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, say hey.
Stuff we talk about. While we wait for some answers, we do have today's fascinating facts. Did you know that movie trailers were originally shown after the movie, which is why it's called a trailer? Because really, it makes no sense calling it a trailer. The world's first movie trailer was shown at a theater in Harlem, New York in 1914. The trailer promoted an upcoming movie featuring Charlie Chaplin. The audience would watch the trailer after the movie had ended. But this proved to be pretty ineffective as the audience would not stay to watch it.
I don't know who thought they would.
Yeah, that's like in London. Their TV shows have all the commercials at the end.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, I read something from a guy from England who came over to America and could not believe that there were so many commercials during, where they'd fade to black, go to a commercial. You'd have to wait for the next section of the show.
That seems so useless.
I know. It's
Who would buy advertising?
I can't see the advertisers in this country have said, "Oh no, we're not doing that.
No.
We're gonna break it all up."
They go way too far though, man. We went to the movies. Kat, me and Josh went. I said that completely wrong. Kat, Josh, and I. Sorry if anybody's paying attention to grammar. Went to the movies the other day, and there's like 30 minutes of movies of trailers.
Yes.
Of previews. And they say the movie's at 12, and the movie doesn't start until 12:30. You're trying to plan your day. You're like, oh, it's a 2-hour movie. I'll be out of here by 2. No, psych, because it's Marvel, so you also have to wait until the end of the credits. So
Right.
Yeah.
Stephen and Sarah went to see the same movie. They went Saturday night when we got here. They were like, "Do you mind babysitting?" We're like, "No, that's fine." So they went to the 9:30 show, and Stephen said the same thing. He said, it was after 10 before the movie started.
Oh yeah.
So they got out of there like at 12:30.
Terrible. I hate it. Previews suck. Especially because there's only like maybe 1 or 2 previews I want to see. The rest are movies. Josh and I were talking about this. The rest are movies where you go, that looks really good, and then never see it ever in your life, ever again. Like Death on the Nile. You remember that when we saw Spider-Man? I remember seeing the preview for that, Death on the Nile. I was like, that looks really interesting. It's on HBO Max. I have not watched it yet. I don't really have a desire to.
And I always forget. I'll see the trailers. I'll say to your mom, hey, we should go see that. We should watch that. Yeah. And then later you're like, what was that movie?
There were 2 trailers that I wanted to see when I went to see Doctor Strange the other day. The Avatar 2 trailer played.
Okay.
And also Thor Love and Thunder. Other than that, I don't care. I don't care. I saw the Top Gun trailer. I've already seen that on YouTube a million times because they're shoving that down your throat. All right, let's get to the Stumpah.
Okay, let's do it. Every one of these in the world is red, green, blue, or black. What are they? Okay.
Mia says pixels.
Pixels. No, not pixels.
Not it. Justin says expo markers.
Expo markers.
Great guess. That's not it. But that is, if you think about it, the like OG pack of expo markers is red, green, blue, and black.
Green, blue, and black.
Shout out to Justin. I didn't even think of that. If it was like the common ones of these are red, green, blue, and black, that would have been the answer.
Been the answer.
Yeah. Mia says the hint always ruins my guess. Yeah, I can see that. I also it's funny because the guesses start before the hint comes. So you can see when the hint starts to relate to the answers. Abby says the hint confused me more. It was a good hint then, in my book.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mia says I would like to defend that all pixels are really these colors, hence RGB. I mean, I respect the argument, especially after my lakes argument yesterday. But unfortunately, it's still incorrect. It's not the answer we're looking for. Just says newspapers.
Newspapers. No, that's not it. No.
Not it. I've never seen a red newspaper, to be honest. I'm just saying. Gail says a 4-color pen. Another great answer, you guys.
No, that's not it. Remember those blue pens where you could click the... Yeah.
It had different little things on it. Yeah. Justin said a Bible.
A Bible is a good guess, but no.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever seen a green or blue Bible, though.
I've seen red. I don't think... You're right.
I've seen red and black.
I've seen green and blue.
Never seen green and blue. That'd be epic, though. Why not? Why not? I hear Liam in the background having a good time.
Oh, can you hear him?
Yeah. Let's see. Everybody's defending Mia's answer. I'm sorry, it was a good answer, but it's not the one we're looking for. Abby says
Justin's about the expo markers.
Abby says images from an MRI.
No, that's not it.
She also says radiation.
Radiation? No, that's not it.
We're getting too scientific here.
Yes.
Justin said disrespectful to the Minions trailer. Matt, in my defense, I forgot about the Minions trailer. That was
there's a new Minions movie?
There is. It does look funny.
Okay.
Justin says tattoos.
Right. No, not tattoos.
You can get tattoos of any color. Abby says wounds or wounds, but I think that's wounds.
That'd be wounds. Yeah.
I was gonna say
no, that's not it.
Nope, not what a green wound. That seems infected. I'd have no more answers. Not a lot of answers today. I think people are confused. Should we go with the second hint here?
Let's go with the second hint then. My second sentence was, you only need it in a certain situation. Okay? Every one of these
elaboration.
Every one of these in the world is red, green, blue, or black. You only need it in a certain situation. Mm-hmm. And not everyone has one, but you only need it in a certain situation.
Yes.
So I don't know if that helps.
Let's see if we get any more answers. Abby says, I believe I'm overthinking this.
It could be.
Maybe.
Could be.
I don't know. I was talking to Justin about how I have no way of gauging how hard a Stumpah is because I always know the answer. You know what I'm saying? Like the ones that are obvious to me take 4 to 5 days. The ones that seem really, really hard, somebody guesses on the first day. Like the fireplace in the White House. Gail just comes out here, boom, got it, nailed it. Easy question. So we do have a couple more answers here.
Okay.
Every one of these in the world is red, green, blue, or black. What are they? Mia says an ambulance.
Ambulance. No, not an ambulance.
Nope. Abby says an inhaler.
No, not an inhaler.
Those come in different colors. I've never needed one.
I know. Trish has one. Is what? Pink.
Maybe.
So.
Maybe. Let's. Gary says fire hydrant.
Fire hydrants. No, that's not it.
It's a good guess. Emily says EpiPen.
No,
do those come in different colors too? I'm learning so much today, guys. Thank you.
I know.
Mia's asking clarifying questions. I don't know if we've ever allowed clarifying questions. Do people personally own these? Is what she's asking. I guess we'll answer this one clarifying question. We'll bend the rules for Mia here. Yes. People who have them would personally own it.
Yeah.
Gail says insulin needles.
No.
Not it. Gail gets a double buzzer. I apologize for that. Justin says raincoats.
No, not raincoats.
Come on, man. What about the classic tan one? You know, that you see in all the spy movies. You know?
Or the bright yellow, right?
Oh,
Yellow,
true.
Yellow rain slicker?
Abby says medication warnings on the bottles.
No, that's not it.
You guys are getting really specific out here. I like it. Also, Mia says EpiPens are yellow. So,
okay.
Yeah. Just FYI. I think we got another Stumpah here.
I know, and I'm really stumped as to what I'm going to do for a clue tomorrow, but I have all day to figure
We'll have time
that
to think
out.
about it. If anybody has a couple more answers, I'll take them while Pete sings us a lullaby.
La da da. Oh, we're going to the zoo today.
Ooh, okay. That's a weird song
Zoo
to
trip
sing.
today.
La da da.
By the way, yesterday
to the
we
zoo
did take
today.
Liam for breakfast, but it was closer to lunch as
Yeah.
he's just not fast in the morning. You know what I mean? I don't know how Sarah gets him up and out of the house at 6:45 every day, because we tried to get him up to go to breakfast yesterday. He woke up at 7:30, but he likes to play in his jammies. Then he didn't want to get dressed, so it was. I think I texted Matt. I think it was close to 11:30, right? When I said we're finally going.
No,
to
it was like 11. Right on what I said. Luckily.
Okay.
I feel Liam though. There's more. Today was a morning where I didn't want to do anything. I did not want to get up. So, but when you're an adult, you kind of have to. Abby's accused me of missing one. I did. I'm sorry, Abby. She says defibrillator.
Defibrillators? No,
I mean,
that's
it's
not it.
It's not right. Maybe I skipped it because it's such a bad answer. No, I'm just kidding. There's no wrong. There's many wrong answers. There's no stupid questions. I don't know.
Right.
Let's see if did anybody guess any more? Abby's just out here throwing everything at it. She said the shock pads.
Shock pad? No.
I'm guessing on the defibrillator.
Yeah. Right.
Not it. Abby's in a real medical mood this morning. Abby says jumper cables.
No.
I guess if the
true,
shock pads don't work, you just grab some jumper cables, clip them on, I don't know, the nipples or something. Mia says jumper cables, good guess. I guess in Mia's eyes it was a good guess. I mean, I don't think so. Jumper cables, you got red and black.
Okay.
And maybe orange. Actually, I did have orange jumper cables at one point.
Yeah.
But I've never seen green or blue.
I don't think
jumper
you have any
cables.
green.
All right, last couple answers here. Justin says tire jack.
No.
Nope. Mia says, I'm trying to think of things you may need in an emergency, and I'm struggling. Well, no more. Don't say anything, Peter. Nothing else for today. We're calling it a Stumpah officially. I missed the button many times.
Consider yourself stumped.
I will say that people went with really two categories today: medical or automobile. We didn't really leave those categories. Maybe that's a hint in itself. I don't know. Anyways, officially stumped.
All right, we'll come back with another clue for you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Moving on this morning, you talk about adulting, because when you're adulting, you have to get up, right? When does adulting actually start? 18 may be the age when we're considered an adult, but for most people, it's a lot later than that. There's a new survey that found at least 50% of the respondents said they did not feel like an adult until they were 30.
Man.
So you got a little ways to go, Matt.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
So what kind of things signify that you're an adult? Well, here are some of the results from the survey. People say the top number one answer, they feel like an adult when they're living on their own.
Well, all right, let's keep going down the list here.
Number two is when they buy a house.
Okay, all right, cool. Let's keep on going.
Getting married is number three.
Perfect. This story's making me feel great about myself.
Having your own bank account.
Yeah,
you have your own bank account.
I have that. You know what? I'm an adult, guys. Technically.
Next on the list, they feel like an adult when they have kids.
Okay, keep on going.
Doing your own grocery shopping.
Okay. I tell Trish what to get me.
Yeah, and you kind of fill out a little reminder on the fridge there.
I bought the whiteboard that we write the groceries that we need on it. I mean,
well, there
a
you
little
go.
credit there.
There you go.
That was my purchase.
Doing your own taxes?
I do that. Shout out TurboTax.
Okay. Paying for your own phone. You're not there yet.
Okay, thanks for exposing me live on the internet, Pete. Appreciate it.
Well, we got the family plan. Why not?
Yeah.
Right? Having a steady paycheck. Of course, the money you make on this show.
True. I make tons of money, and it's very steady.
And finally, the last thing here on the list of what is it that you do that makes you feel like an adult? Voting.
Hey, okay. So I'm partially an adult. I'm like 2/10 of an adult, according to that story.
Now, what do you think? Did I leave anything out? Does anyone...
Things that make you feel like an adult.
Yeah. When do you feel like an adult? You know?
That's a good question. Maybe I can't answer because I don't feel like an adult.
For me, it would be like getting out of bed without grunting, you know? Or getting out of bed and grunting.
And grunting, yeah.
That means you're an adult.
Yeah,
you know?
I can see that. For something that came to mind was like the first time you go to the doctor's alone.
Okay.
That made me feel like an adult because then they're asking you questions and you're like, what did my mom used to say?
Can I call my mom?
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like the doctor is very overwhelming. When you go by yourself, it's like, all right, this is the big leagues now. Finally started last week. No, I'm kidding. But
when you go to a doctor that's not your pediatrician, right?
Yeah. And especially when it's like a question about a medication or something, or like, when they grill you about your family history.
Oh,
that's the most stressful part for me. Because I feel like if you get it wrong, it's a big deal. It's probably not. I don't know if anybody's a doctor and can tell me. They're like, do you have heart disease in the family? And I'm like, do I?
How'd you answer that, by the way?
I think so, because your dad died of a heart attack, didn't he?
My dad died of a heart. Yes. There's a question.
Is that heart disease? I don't know.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is.
Okay.
A heart disease led to the heart attack.
Okay. So I said yes. I got it right.
But when it's not your immediate friend, like Mom and I, we don't have heart issues, but my father did.
I clarify that, though. I think that's what you got to do. Because they do care about grandparent things.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Because they mark it down. I don't know. Maybe I just went super detailed.
Could be.
Maybe I'm just that good of an adult.
How long did it take you to explain my health history?
Well, you gotta pull out the alkaptonuria word, and then you gotta. I always pray they don't ask me to spell it.
Why don't you just carry a copy of my book? Say,
That's true. Why don't we take a second?
Here.
Turn to page 65.
So let me know if I forgot anything that when this happens to you, you know you're an adult. So decide when you start adulting. All right. We mentioned we had a story this morning about vintage memories. This is a cool story. I actually saw this on TikTok. A grandmother from Pennsylvania honeymooned in New York City in 1952. And now her wardrobe from that trip is getting a second life thanks to her granddaughter. Her name is Maddie Bill, and she went viral on TikTok when she found the clothes that her grandmother had kept in the same suitcase since the trip. Which, if we pause for a moment, how many of us come back from vacation and never take those clothes out to wear again, you know?
Yeah.
Evidently, yeah. So anyway, she found the suitcase that she had kept packed since the trip, and she tried on all the outfits, which are not only stylish, 1952 to now, not only stylish, but they fit her perfectly. What are the odds? Maddie said that her grandmother, who was turning 92 this summer, was giddy to see the outfits on her granddaughter, saying seeing her in them brought her back in time to that special day. Which, in a way, isn't it funny how certain clothes can carry memories for you? Mm-hmm. Do you ever have that happen?
No, because Trish makes me go through my closet at least like once a month. I'm not allowed to keep old clothes.
But I mean, there are certain clothes.
I definitely feel that.
Yeah, you look at them, you remember either the time you bought them or the event that you wore them to.
For me, it was my Captain Hook costume when I went up in the attic and saw that. It really brought me back to that Halloween when I was Captain Hook. No, I will just back to what you were saying. Like, it's a very sweet moment. But the truth of all of this is that she just didn't want to unpack when she got back. She's like, I'm just not unpacking. And to which I really hope those clothes were clean clothes in the suitcase. I mean, we've all been there where vacation ends and we're like, I'll do laundry when I get back.
Yeah.
I hope they were clean clothes. If not, yikes. You know what I'm saying?
I have heard from people that they get all stressed out when they have to pack. They're like, oh, I hate packing.
Yeah, I don't like
And
packing.
I mean, I can understand. But I basically go by how many days am I there? Okay, I need and I put together an outfit for each day. Monday, I'm going to wear this shirt, these pants, underwear, socks. Okay.
I don't do that. Do you want to know what I do?
What?
So it depends. Let's say it's a week-long trip, right? I throw all my underwear and socks. I just bring it all. I'm like, you never know. I don't even know how many I have, so I'll just throw it all in, and I'll be covered.
You don't count the days?
Mm-mm. So all my underwear, all my socks just goes right in. That's first, because you need it. Then I'm like, what season are we in? It's either jeans or shorts.
Right.
And so I bring whatever that is, and then I throw about 20 T-shirts in there. I probably wear 4 of them. I kid you not. Because I do laundry while I'm down there, too, in Virginia.
Yeah, that's true.
I probably bring 20 T-shirts. T-shirts I haven't worn in months. I'm like, I might need it. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I do. I don't do the smart thing of preparing.
I got a little confused this time because I had been checking the weather and, of course, talking to Sarah and Doug, and they said, you might, pack a little bit of both because we've had cold, rainy days. We've had hot days. Every day that we've been here has been a shorts day, and I only brought 3 pair. So yeah, yesterday was laundry day. So
Yeah.
because it's going to get very hot here. Gail's going home just before it gets. Today is going to be in the 80s. Tomorrow in the 90s.
We're approaching what Sarah calls Satan's armpit.
Satan's armpit, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and the other thing is, I can't understand why people get stressed out about unpacking because pretty much you just throw them all in the hamper, right? Or in the washer machine.
Yeah, I think for me at least, I don't mind unpacking, but the thing is, like, when you've been traveling all day, the last thing you want to do is, like, more work.
Yes.
So I think that's, like, you get home and you're like, I can relax. Wait a minute. No, I can't. I have to do laundry.
You have to unpack the car, have to unload the suitcases.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a story about how parents should really lock their phones. Of course, this is me talking. I don't have any locks on this at all.
You leave your phone open the entire time. You don't even close it.
But this is a story, especially for parents who have toddlers. You might have seen this. It's going around on Facebook. Kelsey Golden of Texas was doing some work on her computer while her 2-year-old son Barrett was playing on her phone. The next thing she knew, Kelsey hears the doorbell ring, and there's a DoorDash driver with a delivery of 31 cheeseburgers from McDonald's. Golden said the cheeseburgers cost her $61.58, plus little Barrett had included a $16 tip. What a guy. She says, I don't know what to do with them. He only ate half of one cheeseburger. So I posted on a community page on Facebook here in Kingsville and asked if anybody wanted some. I mean, what you going to do, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird to post on Facebook, though. Next thing you know, you got random Joe walking down the street. Hey, I heard there's burgers here.
Some neighbors did read her post and swung by for some free burgers, but yeah, I've seen. I think it was the Today Show ran the story, and they had a picture of the little boy sitting there with all the cheeseburgers around him.
Hey, all I'm saying, it could be way, way worse. I've heard many stories of kids playing like mobile games on their parents' phones, and they bought like $500 worth of gems for the game or whatever. So like,
yeah, right.
I think 30 burgers. I think you're doing okay. Also, I mean, they're burgers. She was trying to buy dinner.
And shout out to little Barrett, right? He gave the driver a $16 tip.
That's what I'm saying. He's a nice guy. He's a nice kid.
Yeah.
He was just like, listen, 30 burgers, that's a lot to carry. I'm going to help out my boy over here. He's probably in college or something.
You know that story is going to follow little Barrett all his life.
Oh, yeah.
And be told at every family dinner until he's at least 30.
That's why little Barrett ain't getting a cell phone until he's 45.
Time for today's random question, and since it is graduation time, what did I see? Taylor Swift get an honorary doctorate and spoke at a ceremony.
So did Bobby Bones.
That's right, Bobby Bones from the University of Arkansas, right?
Yep.
He said that was one of the 3 greatest moments of his life, right up there with the day he got married and the day he met, I guess, the Arkansas football coach was standing next to him at a urinal.
That's funny.
He said that was one of his greatest days in life. Anyway, because it's graduation time, our random question is, what advice would you give your just graduating self? So if you could time travel and go back to, and I guess we'll say your high school graduation.
Okay.
If you could go back to your high school graduation and see your graduating self, what advice would you have for him or her? I had two ideas. Number one was, hey, don't be in such a rush to grow up. Because that was me. I was always, when I grow up, when I get a job in radio, I never spent enough time in the moment. You know what I mean?
Maybe that's why you're so immature now.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. And the other thing I wrote down is, and I've mentioned this on the show before, is learn to network. Because I was never a network kind of guy. I always thought I'm just going to keep my head down. If I do my best show, I'll be discovered. And it doesn't work that way. No.
Mine would be invest in Bitcoin and sell it at this exact moment, and then I'd be set. No.
What's the deal with Bitcoin? Is it good? I read something the other day that it was down. Now, is it like the stock market?
It doesn't react just like the stock market. It's a sort of a different ball game. Right. But it did just crash a little bit, I think, from what I heard. Yeah. Okay. Crypto is very I don't know, it's a weird very world right now.
Iffy, yeah.
I heard someone say that the way finances work, it's very cyclical, and they're saying that crypto and like this whole Web3 thing is just kind of like when the internet came out. There was like hundreds of companies that said they were going to be the next big thing.
Right.
And like 4 of them made it to the finish line. So everybody else went bankrupt, right? So like the crypto's now in the place where there's hundreds of people saying they're going to be the next big thing, and many of them are going to crash and burn. Yeah. So everyone's trying to bet on the ones that are going to win, kind of thing. But yeah, I think it did just crash recently. I don't really know. I don't know if I have Bitcoin. I don't think I have Bitcoin. I should probably know.
Anyone else with advice for your graduating self?
Yes, Gail has a good one. Start saving for retirement now.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Because you don't think about that when you're 18, right?
Mathematically, if you set aside, and it sounds like a lot until you actually start doing it, and then it doesn't actually seem that overwhelming. If you set aside $2,000 for like 6 years, and you put it in like a Roth IRA, right? Something like that. And you just leave it alone. And after 6 years, you don't have to put another dime in it. Obviously, if you have the money, put more in it. But after 6 years, you don't need to put a dime. You'll have over $1 million by the time you retire.
Wow.
That's it. The way things have trended.
If I knew then what I know
But
now.
they don't tell you. I learned, like, I had a professor in college that told that story. And she was like, if you start when you're 18, and I was sitting there when I was 21, and I was like, shit, okay.
Nobody told me that.
This would have been great to know in high school, but I didn't know that. But yeah, so I guess spread the word to all your youngins if you have any. Start saving. But don't save in a savings account. That's, don't put your money in a savings account to grow wealth. That's not how you gain money.
I was from that generation, I guess. Mom opened me a savings account at here we go for folks back at home.
Yeah.
New Bedford 5-cent savings bank.
Hey, there we go. I have no idea what that is.
It's not around anymore.
It cost 5 cents. It cost a nickel. What interesting that they went with 5-cent savings account instead of a nickel savings account. I guess the alliteration maybe the cent savings.
That was the name of the bank, New Bedford 5-cent savings.
5-cent savings. All right, I respect.
Yeah. And then,
but I will say it's important to save some money. You got to have like the emergency fund, obviously.
Yeah.
But this turned into Matt's finance lesson. Welcome to Matt's finance corner. Get a savings account, little nest egg emergency fund. But don't keep pouring money into that because you don't earn any money in a savings account.
Yes.
Make your money make some money, you know what I'm saying? All right, anyways, moving on, we do have some answers here.
Okay.
Justin says, don't pick accounting and start at community college. That's the thing that I think, I don't know, high schools always say, like, it's okay to start at a community college and then you can transfer. But I feel like it has this like negative connotation. I don't know if anybody felt like that. I always felt like they came across by saying that. But it's true. Like you would save a ridiculous amount of money.
Right, if you get a lot of your basic courses out of the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
But please, for the love of God, college, just every college, everywhere, can we work out like a system so that credits transfer easily? I mean, just ask Justin. Justin started at UMass. He transferred to Bridgewater. And the process to transfer credits is ridiculous. Like if you took like a calculus class for business and then you go to a different college and you need a calculus class, they're like, nah, see, it's not the same. It's not the same because that was for business. But so can we talk about that, please? Somebody. Mia says, everything doesn't have to go according to the plan you imagined for yourself. Yes, life changes 100%.
Good advice. Yeah.
Abby said, boys ain't shit. Do what you need for yourself and also travel. I think travel is the most common thing I've heard, to be honest. I hear a lot of people say that.
Right.
Brian says, give yourself a break. Do not carry your bad moments with you for the rest of your life.
Amen.
Good one. Gail says, choose what makes you happy. I like it. Abby says, be aggressive. Be aggressive with what you want in life. Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
Aggressive.
Abby says, and a wise woman has told me, oh, honey, don't wait for your turn because you won't get one. That was Trish. Oh.
My name's not Trish.
Shout out, Trish.
Look at that.
Oh, honey. I like the oh, honey. Trish just really getting intimate there. Oh, honey, don't wait for your turn because you won't get one. Amen to that, sister. And if we have any more, if we're doing a post show, which I haven't been told yet, we can get to more.
Yes, we are.
All right, we're doing a post show. We'll get to more in the post show.
Well, I checked because we're doing breakfast again today, but, then again, it's
all up to Liam.
Trying to get Liam ready.
Yeah.
Speaking of it's all up to Liam, we have a story about summer vacation, and correct me if I'm wrong, the kids are in charge of what you do. No surprise, when it comes to summer vacation, there's a survey that found 70% of parents consult their kids before deciding where to go for summer vacation. And 90% of parents said that they put their kids' vacation happiness over their own. Now, what if you don't go where the kids want? 40% of parents said when they ignored their kids' wishes and went with other summer vacation plans, they wound up regretting it later.
See, I don't know. I kind of find this interesting. Sorry, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Well, I was just going to say that, we always, like, our summer vacation was planned around, like, Storyland, Santa's Village, camping, seeing the cousins.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing that's interesting to me, and hear me out, like, as a kid, I didn't really feel like I had a choice, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but,
Right.
like, you guys would just tell us, like, hey, we're going to Vermont. And we were like, sounds good, let's do it. You were like, hey, we're going to Santa's Village. Sounds good to me. Let's get moving. I don't think you guys were never like, hey, where do you guys want to go? Because I don't know, we're kids. Like, I don't think I was ever like, why do we never go to the Grand Canyon? Like, what the hell is this? I don't know. It was just like, hey, we're going to Disney World. I was like, I'm ecstatic.
Okay.
Let's get moving.
Would you have rather we asked you, where do you want to go this summer?
No, because I don't think I would have known what to say. I think as a kid, you don't really know what's out there kind of thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think if you kept asking, we probably would have said Santa's Village every time. That's all we knew.
Right.
So eventually you got to
And
break out and go somewhere
You
else.
wouldn't know, like, how do we have to fly to get there? Or do we drive? You wouldn't know all that stuff.
I wouldn't know how much things cost. Like, I don't.
Right.
Maybe I was just a very, I don't know, spacey kid, and I never thought about those things. But I think maybe it's the parents' fault. Don't give the kid a choice. Just pick a fun vacation and go.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me.
I know when I read this, I thought, well, that's kind of obvious. I mean, you want to go someplace with the kids. Although I suppose people have, taken their kids to different places, like on but the cruise industry is now adapted so much that it's like every ship has a kids club.
Mm-hmm.
There's always something for the kids to do. So.
Yeah, so the parents can go get turned up. You know what I'm saying?
And finally, this morning, are you a procrastinator? There's an old saying that goes, every journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. But the problem is, most of us have trouble taking that first step. Insider has some ideas about how you can stop procrastinating and kick yourself into gear, or kick yourself in the butt, whatever. Number one, they say, is to break a project into smaller chunks. It can seem impossible to get rolling on a major project, but if you took smaller bites, you might actually get going. Now, they suggest a couple of things here. Make a list of the different steps involved to completing this project. Figure out how to create manageable timelines to complete each step. Write these steps down in a planner to help you get organized and to hold yourself accountable. You do that, right? You have a planner like for every day.
Yes, I do. Love my planner.
They also suggest that you take breaks. If you feel tired, it's easier to feel overwhelmed. Try something that is called the Pomodoro technique, which suggests 25-minute work chunks followed by a 5-minute break. And the breaks should involve some physical activity because that would be beneficial. You know, if you get up, stretch, go for a little walk.
Don't just go on your phone for 5 minutes.
Yeah, right. Make sure you have a dedicated workspace. This is especially important in a work-from-home world. That's why you set up the stew, right?
Yes, sir.
Your workplace doesn't need to be a separate room. It should be a space, though, where you have the essentials, plus some fun decorations. They suggest that you have a proper desk. Matt, you built your own.
Shout out, Doug.
They suggest you have a comfortable chair. They suggest a white noise machine or some calming music. Here's one that you love, Matt. They suggest you have plants around. Do you have any plants there, Matt?
I have let's see. I have a little fake plant. This is my little fake plant. I don't know. This was like 99 cents. I just figured I needed it. Also, I have my other fake plant. But on the side, you guys can't see, I have Trish's jungle.
Yes. And also, you should have some inspiring artwork, they say.
Oh, yes. Like a Pete Braley Show logo.
Yes, yeah. And finally, they say reward yourself. Having a reward planned ahead of time can give you something to look forward to while you plug away. That reward is up to you. It could be you reward yourself by having a snack, by calling a friend, or walking to your favorite cafe for a little caffeine.
All right, if I work for 5 minutes, I can have a glass of whiskey.
No, it's 25 minutes.
You'll be shit-faced after 20 minutes.
Whiskey is not mentioned here.
So, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I will say that's a good list. That's a good list, though. I do think so. I definitely need a new chair in here. I know chairs were mentioned. This chair is so squeaky. You hear this?
Oh, we got to get some WD-40.
I have to be careful not to move during the show, but sometimes you just can't help it.
Yeah.
I swear, it's always the chair, guys. I swear. I would never.
He just bought a new chair for his upstairs desk where he does all his music and editing work and stuff. So would a chair like that fit behind that desk?
Oh, it'd be perfect, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Got to talk to the budget committee.
I guess so. All right, that'll do it for today. Stand by, a quick post show coming up where we can catch up on some of your chats and just hang out. We do leave you with a thought for the day, and our thought today is, when you can't change the direction of the wind, adjust your sails. Think about it. Okay, we'll be right back with the post show.
We back.
Hello. All right, so I was looking at some of the chats here, which you said you're okay with, right? Because the chat, that's normally your business.
Don't you dare touch the chat. You understand me?
Okay.
Sit in silence. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Gail had an interesting, there's a couple of comments here about traveling with kids. And Gail said that when my kids were young, I never asked them what they wanted to do. We traveled all over the country to visit family. I always found cool museums and stuff to take them to. They loved it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think the kids, no offense to the kids, I don't think they should have an opinion. They're kids. Just go where your parents tell you to go. And you'll have fun. It's not like it's not fun.
I like the part where she says, I always found cool museums because your mother always did that to you.
That's a Trish move. That's a Trish move right there.
And it's funny because we would, what was it in Vermont? Or New Hampshire, I guess it was. Because when we crossed the border into New Hampshire, it was the, there was some museum. And there was a sign on the highway that said such and such museum.
It's like the Robert Frost Museum.
Yeah, that's what it was, I guess. And she was like, look, kids, Robert Frost Museum, let's go. And every time I pulled into the place to try to get there, it was either closed for renovations or, I don't know, closed for the winter. Or so we never got to the Robert Frost Museum.
We still haven't. Maybe one day when we're all old, when everyone's older,
yeah,
we'll be like, all right, let's finally frickin' go to this museum.
Round and trip.
We go there. It's terrible.
Diane mentioned that Vegas has been promoting their kid-friendly vacations, but she feels that's an adult place to have fun because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But
yeah,
I would agree. I don't think I would take kids to Vegas.
If you have a baby in Vegas, does the kid have to stay in Vegas?
Good question.
You know what I'm saying? What happens
question.
in Vegas?
Yeah.
So, poor kid is going to grow up without parents because his parents had to go home and he couldn't. That's tough.
Abby said, with multiple kids, you may not get them to agree.
Yeah, Diane said something similar about having like teens and stuff like that, which that's a good point. I guess I'll have to talk. I don't know if Sarah and Doug ever felt that way.
What, of having to go to places?
Well, I was always the youngest. So when we were going on trips, I was always the one that was like, let's do it.
Yep.
We could take a trip to the sandbox and I'd be cool with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'd be curious to see if Sarah and Doug felt the same enthusiasm for all the trips. I think so. I don't remember them being mad about any of the trips.
Yeah.
But then again, we could have had moody little Sarah, teenager Sarah. I just want to stay with my friends. I actually have no idea. That's just my Sarah as a teenager impression.
I don't remember her ever doing. I think she still had. She's how old now, and she would love going to Santa's Village.
That's true. You know? That's a good. We're trying to plan a trip. I'm pretty sure this summer to go to Santa's Village.
Oh yeah, right.
There's talks about it, which I'm excited. I'm craving a gingerbread cookie.
Yes, aren't they great?
They're so good, and you get to frost it yourself.
And you get to sit in a little cupcake chair.
Mm-hmm.
Although some of us can't fit in a cupcake chair anymore.
Plus the little Rudolph roller coaster that literally is not exciting at all because the biggest hill is like 5 feet, and you're like, oh, I felt my stomach drop a little bit. I can't wait to go and just literally just ride it like it's a train or something. It's gonna be a good time.
Do you remember the time we went to? Was it Santa's? Yeah, it was Santa's Village. Not maybe Storyland, maybe both. Do you remember when we had Doug on a leash?
No. If Doug was on a leash, I probably was not alive there, Peter. I think you forget sometimes I'm your son. I'm your youngest son.
Youngest son, right.
But yeah, I do remember the story, yes.
Now, Priscilla and I, we didn't like to see that. We didn't like to see kids on a leash. We're like, hey, I got your kid on a leash.
What are they, a pet or something?
How barbaric is that? But then, it got to the point when we would go to Storyland or Santa's Village, and we had it on his wrist. Mm-hmm. His wrist was connected to Mom's wrist or my wrist. And the reason was because, you'd be in a crowd of people, and Doug would just wander off to see the little chipmunk guy or whatever it was, and all of a sudden we're like, where's Doug? Yeah.
Douglas? Just look for a fire truck. Anywhere there's a fire truck, Doug will be nearby.
Yeah, he was pretty much there, so...
Let's see. We have some things about when you feel like an adult. And I just want to say, Diane was yelling at me in all caps that she put a sad answer. So maybe I didn't want to say it. It's not very uplifting. We just ran out of time. I'll get back to it. I'm always down for a good cry, Diane. Mm-hmm. Diane said, fortunately, my parents are both still with me, but I know people who say when both their parents have died, they feel like real adults. Which I think that's a very good answer, I think. Yeah. And Gail said a similar answer. When my parents passed, I felt like an orphan.
Okay.
Do you agree, Peter?
When I really felt it was when my brother died. I know we're getting very serious here.
We are. But I'm always down for a good cry. I said it.
When my brother died, it was kind of like it would hit me that I'm the last one left. And it also hit me that as far as my nieces are concerned, Abby and her sisters, it was like I'm the patriarch now. It's like it kind of hits you like, okay, this is real. So that would be my answer to that.
Yeah, and when do you remember that pain starting?
Probably my early 20s.
Early 20s. Yeah, early 20s.
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about some coping mechanisms.
How does that make you feel, Matt?
Does Scotch help? Would you say Scotch helps?
Yeah, on a Saturday night, it's wonderful.
Okay,
Yeah,
Scotch helps.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now, did you have pets when you were a kid?
Yes, I did. Yeah, we always had a dog.
A dog? What was the dog's name?
My first dog was named Midnight because he was all black.
That's why you have sleep apnea.
Oh, is that why?
It all
How
makes
much
sense.
is this costing me?
Oh, it's pretty pricey.
And does my insurance cover this? Probably not.
Also, what a therapy session being broadcasted live on the internet. Talk about patient therapist confidentiality there.
Live streaming my therapy.
Let's see here. Abby says paying rent and utilities makes her feel like an adult.
Yeah, that's true.
She also says running errands for the house, groceries, and like toilet paper cleaning products.
Yeah. When you're younger, you never picture yourself buying that stuff.
First time you got to buy TP, that's when it really hits you. It really hits
Yes, indeed.
you, especially when there's a toilet paper shortage.
Yeah. And Trish, what is she, stockpile TP while I was away?
So, well, no. So she didn't do it during the toilet paper shortage, luckily. So, like, she was not one of the people causing the toilet paper shortage.
Right.
But
She did it afterwards.
Since the toilet paper shortage,
Yeah.
she never wanted that fear again. That's a big fear, not having toilet paper.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That's true.
she does have like a backup supply, which I think is just a smart thing to do in all cases of supplies. Just
Yeah.
because what happens is, like, we do this with shampoo and stuff like that. You buy two, right? The initial purchase is a little expensive because you buy two.
Okay.
Always have a backup. When the backup goes into play, you buy another backup. You hear what I'm saying?
But if you fall out of that rotation.
But that's the thing. You can't fall out. You can't fall out of the rotation. So, I mean, toilet paper is essential to do that with.
It's so funny because, I'll go to the cupboard and I'll say, oh, we're running out of tissues. Put tissues on the grocery list. And she'll say, nope, got plenty in the shed. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
she's got like secret supplies hidden all over Fairhaven. I'm pretty sure in the high school she's got like laundry detergent somewhere behind a brick. Nobody's gonna mess with Trisha's cleaning supplies. Okay, don't even try. We have an armed guard, at our storage unit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
A couple more things. Abby says she feels like an adult having a favorite cleaning product.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm there yet. I don't know if I necessarily have a favorite. I just kind of use what I need. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We have, we do tend to buy the same thing. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. Murphy's oil soap, I think, is a big one in our house. I don't know. I just always hear,
have that.
Trish, how do I clean this? Murphy's oil soap.
Murphy's oil soap.
Trish, we ran out of toothpaste. What's a good substitute? Murphy's oil soap. Like, I don't know if that's true. Murphy's oil soap. Okay. Trish, this doesn't taste very good. Murphy's oil soap. Trish, my throat is burning. Murphy's oil soap. Like, okay.
Do not try this at home.
That's the reason I don't have any teeth left, actually. These are all
Is that
fake.
why?
Yeah, these are fake.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, they burned right off.
I get
Let's see. Does anybody have anything else that makes them feel like an adult?
No? We
No.
all caught up?
Do you have anything else, Peter?
What, that makes me feel like an adult?
Yeah. Do you feel, first off, do you feel like an adult?
Well, I damn well better at this point.
I would hope with 4 kids, somebody needs to be. We got Trish. So if you don't want to feel like an adult, we got Trish. Trish is the
thinking-
captain here.
Yeah. I was thinking the other day that maybe I need to be more mature. But then I thought, nah.
What made you think that you needed to be more mature?
I don't know. Just, sometimes you're sitting and your mind wanders.
I was
and
watching
stuff.
SpongeBob in my underwear, and I was like, man, it's time to grow up. What?
I don't know. Maybe I was doing something goofy with Liam, and I was like, maybe I should, maybe I'm too old.
That's
to be
what
doing
having
this.
kids is for. It's so that you can be. You're allowed to be goofy again.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is why I think I make Liam laugh the most because I have no shame. Like I'll be
that's
in
true.
public and be
That's
talking in like a weird monster voice or something. Like I have no. Me and Liam were dancing in Target one time. I don't care. No Oh, Peter?
He is.
Oh, there you go. You froze for a second.
He's 2.5. He'll be more than that.
You froze
What's
for a
that?
second.
Oh, no.
Start over your thought.
So yeah, Liam is going to be 3 in September, and he from the minute he wakes up till the minute he goes to bed, and he doesn't always take a nap now. He takes a nap at preschool. They have nap time. But when we have him here at the house, he just keeps going, man.
And he doesn't stop talking.
And he talks all day. Did I tell you about when we were picking strawberries? He every time he came to a new plant, he would go, Grampy, and I had to answer him.
Yeah.
I had to go, yeah, because if you don't, he keeps going, Grampy, Grampy,
yeah.
Grampy. So he would say, Grampy. I say, yeah, strawberries.
Yep.
Then we go 2 more feet. Grampy, yeah, strawberries.
I love it. My favorite is when I'm on FaceTime with Sarah, and we're trying to have like a legit conversation about something, and I just hear Liam, Mommy, I want to talk to Map. Mommy, I want to talk to Map. Mommy. Sarah's like going crazy. And he won't stop until he gets the phone.
She told me that
you're freezing again.
last night that when he does that, he goes, Mommy. If she doesn't answer, he goes, Mommy. Oh, no. Am I with you now?
Yeah, you're with me now.
Okay. So he'll go, Mommy, Sarah.
Oh, yeah. See, the problem is at work, Sarah is Miss Sarah.
Yes.
So Liam hears everybody call her Miss Sarah, so he knows very well that her real name is Sarah. But Sarah has to go, no, my name is Mummy. So, yeah, it's a big thing there. Yeah.
So the big thing today is Stephen is off today. Evidently, the Navy is giving the guys Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, or at least their ship.
I was going to say, I don't think the whole U.S. military is taking the weekend off. That seems a little dangerous, but yeah.
Yeah, he evidently their ship, the Bush, is giving the guys Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. But Stephen has duty on Friday, which I always said, and what does that mean? He says, basically, I walk around and make sure nobody steals the ship. I thought, that's good.
Important. Very important. Yeah.
So he's there for 24 hours. So since he has to work on a day everybody else has off, they said, well, you can take either Thursday or Monday off. And he decided to take today because we're in town.
What a nice guy.
Yeah, he's off today. Sarah got the day off also. So we are going to one of our favorite breakfast places called Egg Bistro, where I always have to keep an eye on Mom because that's the place where you can get a flight. Not one. Well, you could get one. But you can get a flight of mimosas.
It's actually more cost effective. If you're going to drink multiple mimosas, like at least 2, it's more cost effective to get a flight.
Is it?
They know what they're doing at that place, yeah.
That's where you can try. What does she usually get? She gets the cranberry mimosa.
There's like 15 flavors, probably more than that.
Yeah, there's a pineapple mimosa, of course, orange juice mimosa, and I don't know what else. But
it's a good time. It's a good time. I've had a flight of mimosas there. Very good.
What do you usually get for breakfast here?
I get biscuits and gravy with some fried chicken on top.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and it has eggs too. I don't remember the name. It's like I think it's just chicken and biscuits. I think they call it. I don't know, but it's
it biscuits and gravy? I think.
Yeah. So it's biscuits. It's biscuits with scrambled eggs with chicken on top, all doused in gravy. Not healthy one bit, but man, is it delicious.
Not at all. Yeah. And then I also heard last night that we're going to the zoo. So, and I told Sarah, I said, you people are trying to kill me. I had the golf course yesterday, which we did take a cart, by the way. We didn't walk it. My walking days are over.
I don't think Doug ever walks it, does he? I don't think so.
He mentioned that to me. He said he doesn't walk either, and I'm like, you're a healthy guy.
I fully believe that golf was meant to be in golf carts. That's why I think the PGA guys, give them golf carts. I don't care.
Yeah. I was telling him how you and I looked it up, and what was it? A golfer at the Masters can walk 8 miles in a day?
Something like that. It's crazy.
It's like, imagine how good they'd be, because, they're still playing at that level. Can you imagine how good they'd be if they don't have to walk 8 miles?
See, the thing is, to be honest, I don't think it would make much of a difference. So, why not just let them drive? Who cares? Yeah. Well, they'll get through it faster, and we can maybe get the Masters done in 2 days as opposed to 17.
So yesterday we're on the golf course on the base. We did the base. The base has actually 2 18-hole golf courses. It's a big base. So we were playing Tomcat yesterday, and I think it was the first hole, second hole. Yesterday was the day they were testing the alarm system.
Oh.
So you get this high pitch as you're lining up your putt, and a guy coming on saying, "This is a test of the." He kept saying mass. I don't know if it was mass casualty system, but I kept thinking Massachusetts. This is a test of the Massachusetts EB. So
Yeah.
that went off like 3 or 4 times.
At least
And then,
it wasn't
of
like
course,
a nuclear air horn. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that'd be a little scary.
Then, of course, there's always the time when you're at the tee, you're ready to hit your ball, and an F-18 flies over.
The good news is you can kind of hear them coming a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is harder on the Navy base because they're right there, so it is a little surprising.
It's funny. It happened yesterday while Steven was lining up a shot.
Mm-hmm.
He never missed I mean, they're so used to hearing this down here, He never missed a beat.
Just their environment down there. It is funny every time we go down, and we're always looking at it, and we're like, "Are you kidding me?" And you have to like pause the TV, and they're just like, Doug's just used to. He's like, "Pause,
Yeah. Yep.
play. All right, this is life."
You cannot hear the dialogue.
And it's every day. Like, it's literally every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Mia just commented, she said, when hubby and I go golfing, it's actually faster for us to walk. But I always try to convince hubby that we need a cart.
it's just so much more fun in the car. Driving the cart's like an added little, I don't know, challenge, I guess.
Yeah,
Not challenge. I
that's
mean,
true.
we all drive, but it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to drive a golf cart every once in a while.
Yes, it is.
Anyways, you got to get to breakfast, sir.
Yes, I got to go. I got to see if Liam's out of his jammies yet.
Yeah.
So.
See if Grammy's
right.
out of her jammies yet.
Oh no, Grammy's already been up, showered, walked the dog. Yeah.
Grammy doesn't know how to vacation.
No, I guess not.
Nah.
All right, we have one more show from Virginia Beach. That's tomorrow morning, and then Trish and I head back north on Saturday. So thank you for everything again, Matt.
No problem.
And as we always say, no matter what, go out and make it a great day.
Peace.